What's going on, y'all? Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of the Big Brain Boys podcast. We're back with an in-person episode. So if you're listening offline and you preferred the videos, head over to the YouTube right now. We are live in person at the studio. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Enjoy the episode. We'll be back with remote episodes as of next week. And I think we're back. I think we're at like 4 in a row now of weekly. Am I right? Mm-hmm. I think that's actually
don't
jinx shit or like don't.
But it's happening.
It's happening. It's funny. Since we started the podcast, this is actually the most frequently done.
100%.
That's crazy to think.
That
actually.
we started fucking year and a half.
A year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Now that we put like 4 or 5 weeks together,
yeah,
this is our biggest streak.
This is our biggest streak. So appreciate y'all very much. Reminder: subscribe to the YouTube, please. We appreciate that. Download the audio podcast. Y'all know the drill. Mm-hmm. Enjoy the episode. What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. How you living?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, dude.
Good to have you back.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Yeah.
Dude, getting right into it. Okay. So we got some shit to talk about.
Of course.
There's some shit. There's some current events. There's some whatever.
All right.
Some stuff we have to bring to the fans news wise.
Sure.
Right.
That's why they come to us for breaking.
Yes.
News.
Dude, there's one I gotta talk to you about, and I don't even know. We might even find a way to pull up like clips of it too. Mm-hmm. Dude. Have you seen this show, Love on the Spectrum?
I know of the show, yeah. On Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
I don't know if this is getting right into it, like we're just getting right into it, but I watched the first episode last night.
You watched a whole episode?
Yeah.
Damn. Do you think you're on the spectrum and you wanted to find love?
Yeah, I was looking at the TV like,
one of us. One a
gooble gobble. Dude, this show is fucked.
Yeah.
This show is not like, it's like this. Okay. The reason I wanted to start the episode like this is because it was so pressing that I watched this show, and I know I'm not a nice guy. I know I'm not the nicest of guys. I know I'm a bit of an asshole.
Okay.
I make some jokes that's a bit offside, whatever like this.
Sure.
But I feel like inside my soul, I'm a good heart. I'm a good-hearted human.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm watching this show, dude. This is the most fucked up thing. It's like a heartwarming, like, oh, it's these people with autism and we're making a show kind of documenting how they. I think it's all tongue in cheek.
You think like,
dude,
the producers or like the writers were like, we'll make it seem like we care. Yeah. But they're in the writing room like laughing.
Well, and the way that like the things that they're choosing to keep in, the thing like it's, dude. I watched one and like, okay, so a couple of the characters, a couple of the people in it are like just like regular people with autism, and like you can definitely tell. And
yeah,
you know, like what they got the things right. They got the whatevers. They don't know how to adjust their volume. They just scream randomly.
Yeah.
It's like whatever, right?
Okay.
And that's actually like, you know, it's an interesting part of the show. It's like, oh wow, like how does that person go about their dating life?
Yeah.
But then, dude, they bring in this one person that's also has Asperger's.
Oh.
Like full bergs.
Yeah.
Full bergs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like full fucking.
Yeah.
Like not only autistic, but he's got Bergsies and he's like.
He's got Bergersons.
Yeah. He's full like basketball shorts and a polo top type shit. Like full fucking bergs.
Okay. And
he's got swords in his room and just, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. Ice cream cone at the zoo type shit. And he's full like all the way.
Yeah.
And they were filming it, and it was his birthday, and his mom was making a birthday. They had a birthday party at the house.
Okay.
And his mom is making a big speech about happy birthday. I can't wait to see how many more blessings come to you, and we're so grateful you're in our lives. And this big speech, and it's balloons and family and everything. And in the middle of her speech, he just goes, "When are you going to be done talking?" And I was like,
social cues out the window.
And I was like, surely cut that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's not part of the date. Like
the heartwarming.
They're finding love.
No.
Like, surely cut that.
Yeah. They have to keep that in.
They kept that in there? That's why I'm like, they're fucking with these people. Like, no way.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, it's such a heartwarming show. I'm like, they're making fun of these people.
Yeah, they left that in.
They left that in. The editors were like, leave it in. They could have cut. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Amazing bit. Like
bit, but it's like a thing you can't control.
No, it's like he's really committed to the bit.
Yeah. How old was he turning?
He was like 34. Grown man.
But what's crazy is that everybody thinks that. On your birthday and you have the cake with the candles and your whatever family member is like, we're really lucky to have you in our life. You're just like, please let me blow out the candles.
They got this. I want my presents now. I want my presents now. It doesn't matter how old you turn. No, you're always a 34-year-old with Asperger's.
You're like looking over. You're like, is that an Xbox in there? So like, he's not wrong. He just wants to voice it.
No, he's not wrong at all.
And that's what I'm saying. Respect his game.
I'm not making fun of the guy.
Yeah.
But I'm calling out the show that I'm like, this is wild. And then there's this one girl who she has autism. She's got autism, and it's not like she's got full, like, I don't even know. You know, she got the full tiz, and but she doesn't have like Asperger's or anything else, and so she's like still, you know, pretty functioning, and excuse me, she goes on a date with this guy, and they're talking, and you know, the other guy has autism too, and the whole time I'm just thinking like, it's kind of like porn, not like whoa, not this, but I'm saying the way it's like when I watch porn, I don't really watch porn anymore because I can't get out of my head that like people sometimes can just focus on the girl, like guys can just watch this girl get fucked and they jack off to it.
Okay.
I can't get out of my head that there's a guy behind the camera like. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
You're picturing the whole team behind the camera.
There's three guys with boom mics like this.
And they're on like a date. And so it looks like it's just the two of them, but they have a mic like right here.
I can't get out of my head. It's these two autistic people who, you know, they
have enough battles.
They have enough. And it's this producer who's behind and he's like,
say something you're not supposed to.
She has an autism flare up, and he's like, yeah.
He's like bumping the cameraman, like get tighter, get in there,
get in this. She's twitching, or she got tics, and he's like, zoom in on that.
Yeah.
I can't get that out of my head.
The guys are gonna love this,
and everyone's like, this show is so whatever,
open-minded.
I'm like, no way. And so she's on a date with this guy who's also got the Audis, and he in the middle of him talking, like they start talking. And, you know, they're doing their thing. And it's not, you know, it's not the most gripping conversation of all time, right? And fair play to him. But in the middle of him talking, he's saying like, yeah, you know, I did this today. And she goes, I love you. And then he goes, what? Yeah, dude, because you already know like the thing of autism, the social cues, right?
Yeah.
She goes, I'm in love with you. And they had just met 5 minutes ago, I think. Which also, like, I can't even fault that because, like, at the bar, like, I've been that guy at the bar too. Like,
I've been in love way quicker than 5 minutes.
Yeah, a hot waitress pours you like a shot of tequila, and you're like, I love you. I've been
guys,
too.
I'm gonna be your server today. I'm in love with you. I would do anything for you.
I would go to war for you.
Yeah. Okay, my name is Vanessa, and
he's talking. She goes, I love you. I'm in love with you. You're amazing. And he goes. And he looks at the producer and he goes, I need to take a break. He walks off. And at this point, it was sunny out. When he comes back, the sun is down.
Yeah, it's nighttime.
Like, it was probably multiple hours.
Yeah.
That he needed to go decompress or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? And again, fair play. I'm not making fun of this, is right? But I'm not the one fucking filming these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'm not the one, you know. It's the same thing like when people, like, donate to homeless people with, like, a camera in their face. I'm like, get the fucking camera to the...
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways. So, and then he comes back with a poem.
Oh,
he wrote her a poem. I think he wrote a poem that was like already written. Like he had a poem that he already wrote that was just like broad, and he was like, "I want to read you this poem."
Yeah,
and it was, you know, whatever about love and romance or something, and then he reads her the poem, and they start like really, you know, like being like, I love you and full like into this. And I'm like, you know, at the same time, I'm almost like, I shouldn't be watching this. Like, this is not my business. You know what I mean?
Let the two people live.
Yeah, they're making a reality. Like, you know, again, I don't understand autism fully. So I don't even know, like, I'm like, is this fucking legal? Like, I don't even know. Like, do they know what's going on?
Do they know they're about to be on Netflix? And like this whole conversation.
Yeah, and I'm sure autism people are going to be in the comments like, I have 5% of autism and I know what the fuck is going on. I'm like, okay, but this person is 100%. Like,
yeah, that's
So then they're like talking, and then they start talking about like how like you're the one, like you're my soulmate. I found my soulmate and whatever. And I'm like, oh my god, right? And then he's talking, and she starts like closing her eyes, and she's like, oh, like this, and he's like saying like like romantic stuff, and then they start, I think, holding hands or something, and she's like, oh, I can feel it, and she starts having like bro,
no,
she starts having like what seems like
yeah.
She's like, oh, like moaning,
God,
in the restaurant,
yeah,
and like and her eyes are closed and head's back like this, and he's gassing her up, and
keep her going.
he's got the foot on the gas.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, and then she's like, can I have a hug? And they get off the table and they hug, and she's like still moaning, and like it seems like she's having a full her moment, right? And I'm like, dude,
the director's going, keep it rolling.
This is
rolling.
Evil.
Yeah.
Like, and people are probably at home being like, oh my god, I can't. This is amazing. I'm like, these, are they getting paid? Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think these people, I think the producers are behind the cameras, being like, yeah, like I don't think this show is what it really is.
Yeah, like they're trying to say they're bringing like awareness to it.
Or something, yeah.
It from the way you describe it, it just sounds a little like not dirty, but like deceivious, where it's like you're
deceptive.
Like you want to show
you're making it seem like one thing, but your motives are another.
But like you want to have the regular person watch it and be like, what the fuck is going on? Instead of like, oh wow, that's really, that's wholesome, that's nice. But it's more of a, Jesus, like you're looking, anybody else seeing this shit?
Well, that's what I was saying. I was because I think everyone's been talking about it, and it's it looks like a fucking romantic little series, how it's like advertised. And I'm watching shit, and every like 30 seconds I'm like, surely cut that.
Yeah, that doesn't need to be in the show.
Surely cut that.
You can cut enough to make it look like a wholesome dinner.
Unless you're very upfront with what your motives are, which is like, here's these fucking fucking each other, like like, in which case, okay, then we sell the product as what it is, and we deal with the backlash.
Yeah.
But this is like, look at our heartwarming series, and then they're showing them like with full like making
orgasm in the restaurant.
I'm like, cut that.
Don't put that in. Is it getting like good reviews or bad reviews?
It's one of the highest.
Oh,
like,
really?
It's one of like the best, like, highest rated shows, and I haven't seen people criticize it. Like, for people are like, oh, people are either like making fun of it, being like, whatever, and I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I'm saying like, I'm saying like, I think this is an evil mind making this shit.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of these people. These people don't know what they're putting on the internet for the rest of their lives, and the directors are getting paid hand over fist.
Yeah. And just like the way, like there was one guy named, like, I think James or something. He's like 34. And he, he was like another one. He was full. And just like, I don't know, just shit he would do. Like he would be like, he seemed like a bad actor doing an impression of like what he thinks an autistic Asperger's person would do. And there'd just be shit in there where like it's not flattering to him. Obviously, like it's not going to be all around, but he would do shit. I'd be like, y'all left that in?
Yeah.
Like he's talking about how he's like, I don't use deodorant. I'm like, cut that.
Yeah, that does not need to be in there.
Cut that. He's like, cut that. You don't need to put that in there.
Yeah. I think it's funny the way you say like he's full, like there's like a percentage, like a volume knob, like he's jammed all the way to the max.
He's max volume.
Yeah, he's really having fun with it.
Yeah, I was watching the whole first episode with my jaw on the floor. Being like, no shot that this like got produced, being what it is. Because like I said,
produced, edited, and they still left some of those
and
unflattering
then
scenes
marketed it like it's this kind of show. And
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, the guys in the edit room have to be fucking assholes.
Yeah, honestly.
And then they're like,
They're like,
it's
so
a
they're like,
heartwarming-
we want to take this out, and they're like, that stays in.
Yeah, there was a conscious decision
Yeah, no, that
to
stays
leave in this person having a full speddy
Yeah,
special ed fucking flare up.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Is it important to the show? No,
no, because that's another thing too. It's filmed in like a comedic way. Okay,
that was like the same thing when we watched that Tourette's video. It's supposed to be teaching you about Tourette's.
here's how these guys deal with it, and then they're like, and then they show something so
They're
unflattering,
like
funny.
the music's like you're like
You're fucking with them.
yeah, you're making a clown show out of them.
Yeah.
And they're like they still have fun. They still goof around.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
then they show him like falling face first somewhere. You're like, cut that!
him poking himself in the eyes. Like that doesn't need to be in there.
No, you didn't have to put that in there. You left that in for comedic effect.
Yeah, and like the timing of things when he'll be talking about how good thing is. He fuck off.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like with the guy who his mom was having a birthday party for him, it was this heartwarming thing.
Yeah, that's a good moment to let.
Yeah, you're seeing how he is with his family. His family is all coming together to be like, let's have a birthday party for a son who's special needs and is we're it's
We're all working towards making sure
and
we're
then
all happy.
and then he just goes, can you shut up?
yeah,
And you're like, you would surely cut that
Yeah.
if you were trying to make it seem like.
a nice moment.
I was dying laughing, but I'm also like, hey, what are you trying to make me laugh?
As a comedian, you're like the timing on this guy
It's brilliant.
is awesome.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was, my jaw was on the fucking floor. And I think there's another one with Down syndrome people too.
I saw one clip of I think a Down syndrome person was on a date with a autistic person, and just watching the clip, I was just like, this show is it's going to be way too much for me. There's no way I can watch that show.
Well, and there's another thing too with like they did speed dating.
Autistic speed dating?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You would find a way to bet on that for sure. You would find a way to put money on that.
Oh yeah. That's that seems unfair.
Yeah.
Speed dating is hard in general. Then you add all these missing social cues or the way you interact with people.
Yeah.
And you're like, we're on a timer. Like we're
That's what I'm saying. Is autistic people dating is hard. Mm-hmm. Then you're going to put cameras in front of their face and you go, okay, maybe you're just doing it to spread awareness and show the right. But then you go,
2 minutes. 2 minutes. It's all you got. They got hot fucking lights on them, mics right here, big fucking cameras, big $20,000 cameras,
Netflix
right in their face.
cameras. Yeah.
So they're already like up here. Their anxiety's up here.
Yeah.
And then you just got tick, 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 tick.
And then they connect.
He's got a timer. He's like,
And they connect. These autistic people connect, and they finally find the thing that, and then
they pull him apart.
next. Oh, what?
I'm in love. Nope, she's gone. Dead. We killed her. What the fuck?
You're never gonna see her again. No wonder this person can't understand social cues.
Yeah.
You're fucking with them.
You're yanking them out mid conversation.
Yeah, like it's a producer behind the camera going like, "You like her? You're never gonna see her again. You got 2 minutes, buddy." And I'm like,
We're gonna take her away from you.
"Ah!"
Nightmare. Yeah, that's unfair. That's unfair.
I was like,
It's
"Why you
cruel.
put the rule? You are purely putting the rules on for entertainment."
Yeah. If it was filmed like you guys go in this restaurant and it was like hidden cams, just like let's just see what happens when they think no one's around.
Yeah.
And you just film it that way, I think that would almost be more respectable. You're just like this is what it looks like. That's what an autistic date looks
Because
like.
you're like, let's see him in the wild.
But yeah. National Geographic, just like in the wild, autistic people.
With like the British guy commentating. He's pulling out his Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
He wants to show her his Pokemon collection. But instead they make a fucking production out of it.
Yeah.
At their own expense.
Yeah. I think the show is blasphemous.
Yeah. Yeah.
But holy fuck was it funny. Because they made it funny.
Yeah, they put the silly music and they time it. When when editors do this thing, there's timing behind everything.
Yeah.
When they blurt out something and they cut the music right as they blurt,
you did that on purpose.
They do it on purpose for an effect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if it was purely like documentary style,
there's probably stuff they took out that was maybe even wholesome. There's probably stuff that they were like,
that's not what we're going for.
Yeah, that's not.
They actually have like a very normal moment of like
exactly. I bet you they take out normal moments
and they leave in the abstract stuff.
Yep. I guarantee it.
Mm-hmm. You're exactly right. Mm-hmm. I everyone's like, oh my god, this is a heartwarming show. I'm like, this is fucking evil.
Yeah.
This is like this is like the guy. This is like Walt Disney when he's like, we're gonna make a mouse, and then he's like, the mouse hates black people.
The mouse is really, really racist, and the mouse is just like me. Walt Disney's just making a cartoon character about himself.
The mouse is just beating his wife.
That's me. Oh my god.
This is what I would do if I was a mouse.
Oh shit.
You know? I can't stand shit that uses like a veil of wholesomeness. Mm-hmm. If you're going to be a dick, say it and then let us either enjoy it or hate it. But don't be like, guys, look at how nice I'm being by
we're
showing autistic people off.
Yeah.
And then you're like, look at him fall over.
look at the silly shit they do.
Yeah, look, he's got a booger in his nose. We didn't edit it out.
We didn't tell him once.
Like, come on.
Yeah, you can give him some hair and makeup. You don't have to let him.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We filmed them all day.
We filmed them all day. You want to see how this guy takes a shit?
We got hours of this shit. God damn, you guys are fucking cruel.
Yeah, yes. I don't know, man. I don't know. And maybe I'm tripping. Hopefully people tell me in the comments or whatever. Maybe I'm fucking being holier than thou, and I'm just maybe I'm having a bad habit of always thinking something is comedic.
Yeah, you're obviously going to look at everything in a comedic way, but I think you have an eye for what's actually happening, because you know what filming and goes behind, like taking out scenes, putting in scenes, putting in music, putting in like there's you can have an eye for that shit and be like, yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah, because now that we know what editing, like, you know that when they left in that clip of him doing, you're like,
yeah,
a guy who gets paid $150,000 a year left that in, and he has a boss who makes $250,000 a year, and his boss was like, yeah, leave it in. Mm-hmm.
That's what we're going for here. Yeah, zoom in on him. Zoom in on the booger in his nose.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, I don't know. Okay.
The biggest and most recent news we should talk about.
Yeah, Apple has released, or I mean, already been kind of a thing, but I think officially dropped.
It's on sale now.
The Vision Pro glasses, goggles, whatever you want to call them. What do you think about this?
I think we talked about it when the
promo was out. Or
whatever. And I'm all in. Because
you haven't changed, eh?
No, because I think
that's fucked.
I think my stance before was, get me as disconnected from reality as possible, and I stand by that. Like we were looking at the clip before, and I think a lot of people have probably seen it. The guy in the Cybertruck with the glasses on, and it's self-driving, and he's fucking doing things,
and he's playing Candy Crush or whatever.
Like that guy doesn't give a fuck about his life.
No, or the lives around him.
He doesn't give a shit about anything.
2 domestic light beers in my center console. Apple goggles, swinging titties wall to wall.
Titties wall to wall. He can't see anything.
He's grabbing virtual titties on the highway.
Oh, God damn.
Bro, to be watching like big booty Latina porn in your Cybertruck with 2 domestic light beers.
Fully reclined. Just smoking chain smoking cigarettes, drinking beers.
That's the future, actually.
On
That's
the highway?
The future that I want.
Yeah.
I don't like these goggles for, like, you know, being able to, I don't know, fucking.
Like you're in your house walking around and you're like, scrolling Twitter as you're like doing shit. Yeah.
I think you should be in the moment for when you have to be in the moment.
Yeah.
But when you're driving is so safe, you can just clock out.
Yeah, it's
right?
so safe.
So if you're driving, like, I mean, we all have like a long commute, whatever we have to do, to be able to just be on the highway doing 120 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
and be grabbing virtual ass, like with two
smack. Like people are watching, like, what the fuck is he doing?
He's like stopped at a red light, window down, under.
He's smacking the horn. Me.
You can. He's like, you're parked next to him. You can hear under his breath. He's like, God damn.
You like that shit? He's screaming in there. Bottle of Jack Daniel beside him.
God damn.
Damn. You thick as hell. He's got all the windows down.
You thick as hell, ma.
He's like, thinks he's in a strip club. He's like throwing dollar bills in his car.
Damn, you think as hell. Damn, he's like, damn, you a bad bitch.
Oh fuck. So yeah, that's where I want to be.
You think as hell.
I want to be away from reality. I want to have big booty bitches and titties wall to wall.
On your Google glasses or Apple glasses on the fucking highway.
You're just on the subway. People think you're working. You're just like big booty Latinas.
Dude, that's amazing. I think that should actually be the rule. Is if you are going to do that, you have to be. It has to be able to show what you're searching.
You think you're being sneaky, but like if you look in the glasses right, you can see what people are looking at. You're like, oh, what the fuck?
And I even seen there was a feature where you could deep fake people.
Yeah.
Which is setting it up for fucking virtual porn, like whatever. It's just to be able to like if you're in front talking to someone with glasses and they put over like some hotter person's face, you're like, damn, bro. Like. You're talking to your homie. He puts Margot Robbie's face over. You're like, damn, bro, what the fuck?
There's like a thing where it like deep fake undresses you, so you're just looking at everybody naked. Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's fucking crazy. You can hear him in his car. Damn, you think it's hell.
God damn.
God damn.
You a freak for real. Oh man,
you a freak for real. You gonna earn this shit. Holy fuck.
Aren't they like $3,500 though?
Yeah, I think that's what the price was when they first dropped. I don't know if it's changed.
That's
like
fucking crazy.
That's like that. Like, what I want to know is what does it really do? Like,
I just like
what?
Because I heard they're really heavy too. Like they're not like a slim
probably
glasses. Like they're a big fucking thing, and you got the
a whole headset
battery thing. How long until the novelty wears off? Or are you for real going to be like, okay, I'm watching the game over here, go back to making dinner, checking maybe the recipe and like scrolling Twitter. Like, are you going to be doing that every day now? Mm-hmm. You come home from work, you strap your fucking glasses on.
Yeah.
For 6 hours until you go to bed or whatever.
Yeah, and like that's the thing. You ever be talking to a friend or talking to somebody and they pull their phone out in a combo? It's like,
and you're like, oh, they're fully checked out.
Oh, damn, bro. Like, all right.
Like, imagine two people with those glasses. Like, imagine me and you sitting right now and we have these big fucking.
We should get them for the pod.
That'd be crazy. And just, so what's new? And like, my eyes are like fucking.
You can see he's like watching the game. He's like putting bets on Bet360.
Yeah, what are you talking about, bro?
He's like, look, he's grabbing you.
Whoa! What the fuck are you looking at?
What the fuck?
Bro's got the 2-fist fucking stroker going to town trying to talk to me. Oh, man.
What the fuck?
But
just kidding.
But the thing is, that's what's going on for sure.
I know.
For sure it is.
Like when I seen the deepfake thing, I was like, son, that's so disrespectful.
That's all I think. Like I know people use fucking virtual reality glasses for porn. Now you're making real life into porn. You're just going to have, everybody's going to be naked for you. They're going to come up with some fucking AI technology that undresses people in real time.
Racists can make everybody the one color that they want.
Oh my God.
Like,
Oh my
what
God.
this is breeding people's.
Could you fucking imagine? That's crazy, actually. Or like, this is gonna sound awful, or it just like puts a black bar over maybe people you don't want to see.
Holy fuck!
Holy shit!
Oh,
God, we just went to the worst part of these glasses, hey?
holy shit! That's fucking hilarious. I don't even know how we get it back to a serious note, but I think these glasses are gonna be. We're gonna look back on these glasses in like 10, 15 years and be like, oh, that was I think because it's good. I think it's gonna get to the point where like you can wear glasses, like
Yeah,
real
like
glasses,
normal reading
glasses,
glasses.
and they can do something.
Yeah.
But these big goggles, I think we're gonna look back on like what's the equivalent of like, on like TVs with the gigantic backs, like
Yeah.
and the big fucking boxes. We're gonna look back, like we look back on those and we're like, oh my God, those things were ancient.
I don't know. Obviously the technology's gonna get better, and it's gonna like smaller and smaller and smaller, and like not as fucking goofy looking on your head. But I just don't see. I don't see how that's a benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's already like when you're like on your phone, like it's already like nobody, like this is what I'm doing. If I'm on my phone, don't like come up and engage, you know, or you're talking to someone and you're like, oh yeah, cool, and you're like checking out.
You're clearly showing that you're doing something else.
I don't know how you could have those on because it's augmented reality. So like you're still in reality, but you're whatever.
Yeah, it's showing shit on the screen or whatever.
Like I couldn't sit and like, I don't know, and carry on a conversation and just like live normal life. It just seems wild to me.
Yeah, and it'll like I think a real human connection like this is like I bet it's like 20 years left of like people really having a conversation where it's like I'm looking at you,
I'm telling you something, I'm feeling emotion.
There is quite literally nothing else I'm doing right now than looking at my friends talking to them.
Yeah.
But it'll be like I'll be like you will become a quarter of my attention. And a quarter will be watching the game. A quarter will be watching big booty bitches. Yeah. A quarter will be looking at stocks. Like it'll just be
like I'm gonna have a roulette table. Yeah. Going 24 hours a day. $20 on that right there.
Yeah, and people will just become like I won't be like hanging out with my friend anymore. I'll be like, what does my friend have to say? Can you put it in text? Like and it'll be like, okay, do I need to hear?
Like all of a sudden you'll come back into frame. It'll be like all of your friends and family are just sitting hooked up to fucking feeding tubes on these fucking
yeah, dude, it's getting to the point where like you'll just be so disconnected from people.
And what's crazy is like, do you remember as a little kid like sitting too close to the TV playing video games and your mom would be like, get the fuck away from the screen, like you go blind,
face like this.
And now they got these things fucking jammed in your eyeballs.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck is that doing to us?
Well, I even experienced that because I'm on my phone so much, and I'm getting my phone closer and closer to my face. Like, because I'll be on in bed with like it pretty like
same.
Pretty like right
I
here.
get right into
it's fucking
it.
Like this.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Not that far away. And my eyes will go bad for a little. Like I remember I thought I fucked my eyes up, and I went to the eye doctor, and he's like, the eyes are like muscles. You can like damage them, and you got to like look at far shit for a while. Yeah. And like I fucked up my eyes.
Look out into the distance for a bit.
You got to go. Yeah, he's like, you got to go be in nature for a bit. And I was like, no.
No. Do they have Instagram in nature?
Yeah. So like the human eyeball is gonna get fucked up. But yeah, I mean. I just don't know what this shit does with like. I haven't seen it do something that I actually want.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I wouldn't want to watch Netflix from my fucking glasses.
No,
like sitting.
I think the only one that I thought was cool that I was like, oh, that would be cool to like experience is they had like the F1 race. So it's like you had the TV of the F1, but then you could like look on your coffee table and it was like a live thing of the track. Oh. And I was like, that would be kind of cool. Like,
shit like
as
that,
like as a one night thing, you're like, oh wow, I get to kind of see it from a different angle. But like the ones where I was watching the basketball game and like you have the stats over here and you have the one view here and then another view over here. I was like, that's kind of cool. Like maybe for like the Super Bowl that'd be cool. But it's like,
well, you got like goggles on.
That's
like,
the thing.
If I put, I feel like I'd be like, yep. You ever like try to put a hat on your dog and he's like,
get this fucking things off me.
Off me. Like
get them off. What the fuck is going on? you put like booties on your dog, and he's like, "Ugh, what the fuck?
What the fuck is this shit?
This shit's fucked up."
Get him off.
Just don't know how to ask, right? Get the fucking thing, get him off.
Like, you think it's cute, and he's like, you ever be like you ever see like tickling somebody and then fucking touch me, like
Get super, just stop. Actually, hey, hurry. Stop fucking touching me. Whoa.
God damn,
Bro, chill out.
The dog, get off.
But so talking about like watching the Super Bowl, half of it is fun because you're like with your friends, or like you're with a group in a whatever. I feel like once those things are on you, you're too immersed in like.
Yeah, it does not actually look enjoyable. And also, like, if I'm watching TV, I'm watching the game, watching the Super Bowl, whatever like this, I want to be able to like look away,
break
and, like,
away
or,
from
like
it.
bringing my phone up or talk to this and like break.
You just got like an AT&T commercial right here, and you're just like,
yeah. How do I?
Damn.
Like, that shit comes up, and I want to look. I gotta get it off. Walks into a wall.
Whoa, hey. That's what I thought, man. Like some of the videos of people of people doing that, like you can fucking blow up the screen to be your whole wall or whatever. Like I could find myself walking and then just being like, where's the screen?
Yeah, exactly, dude. Because that's another thing too. You ever lose your mouse on the computer and you're like, and you're moving? Like, what the fuck is this?
God damn. Or like you have them on and like you forgot how big you made the TV, so you like go into the bathroom, you come back out and it's fucking right there. Whoa!
Yeah, like that's how do you? I don't know, man.
Back that shit up a bit.
Back that shit up a bit, bro. That's like you got the game on and you walk in, your wife is in front of you with a crying baby, and she's like, "Yo,
like
your son shit himself," and you're like, "God damn!"
You're just like zooming the game over her face. You're like,
like,
go away.
The fuck is this shit, man?
Someone puts it on you while you're sleeping. You're just
get it off.
Fucking sleep paralysis. Yeah, man. I not for me, but I'm gonna get it. We can expense it for the pod.
If I find them at an outlet mall for $400, I'll buy it. But $3,500, they don't have my business.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They don't have my business there. Okay, so talk to me about this. For people who don't know, I've seen it obviously pop up a lot. It's been all over like social media, but it's obviously like, you know, if it's not your demo, it won't pop up. And I didn't really dive too much into it. But Aiden Ross, fucking, you know, the streamer, was doing some streams of 21 Savage.
Mm-hmm.
And were they gambling or playing a game? And 21 Savage cheated and like scammed him out of like $200K or something?
Yeah.
So talk to me on this.
From what I saw of it, so 21 Savage, he did Kai Cenat's stream before, where they played 2K for money. I think they played basketball and football, and 21 won $400,000 or something. Yeah, which is a crazy amount to gamble on fucking 2K games. And then whatever, a couple days later, he's doing Aiden Ross's stream, and
they did something with cards, I think, right?
Yeah, so they played some 2K originally, and then I think Aiden won money. I think that's how it went. And then they started playing cards. Well, they played dice first, and then they switched to cards, and they were just playing like high card, like they just spread all the cards out on a table, and like you pull a card, whoever wins like $20,000. Like that's the fucking what they're playing with.
Yeah.
And so 21 Savage won money on dice, and then playing cards, same thing, won a bunch of his money back that he lost Aiden. Mm-hmm. And then I think like he left for a bit, and someone on Aiden's team was like, look at the cards, like check the cards. Because it was a fresh deck, and it was 21's guy that brought it in.
Was it seeming real, or was it because Aiden? Don't put it past Aiden to be like some fake shit for streams.
That's at first I was like, this is real. Like, so anyways, just to finish, like they check the cards, they look at the cards, and they find out like all the kings and queens are scratched, which means like to the trained eye you can see pretty quickly which cards are which. And so Aiden was like, that's fucked up. You know, let's just call it even, you know, just give me my bet for 2K and like we're fine, blah blah. And it was kind of awkward.
Like, so this is on stream. He's telling 21 Savage like this is.
Yeah,
like,
he's like showing him. He's like, these cards are blah blah, and he's like, oh, that's, and he's like, I know you wouldn't do that. Like someone on your team, whatever. You gotta have a talk with him. Like whatever, something's fucked up. And so when I first saw it, I was like, what a piece of shit move. Like because people broke down the video and it obviously looks like 21 is in on it. He's like pointing, like telling his team to like get the cards out of there before he looks, and like his boys are like pointing at the cards, like that's the one. Like they can see and they know. Very clearly looks like he's in on it. But then I watched it back again, and like you said, I think it may have been a whole bit.
I don't put that shit past Aiden Ross.
Because before it all went down, but like before they started playing cards, so 21's shuffling the deck, and Aiden's like, "These are your cards?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, they're a fresh pack." Like kind of like you wouldn't. I feel like you wouldn't say it the way he was saying it. He's like, "Oh, this is a fresh pack of cards. Like you just opened them," and like he's asking, it's like letting everybody know this is a new pack. This is a fresh pack.
Being maybe a bit too much with
too open. And I was like, it would be fucking genius,
of course,
to do that. Because that's going to get engagement, and it did. It blew fucking.
Of course, it's so viral.
And I was like, that would be genius to be like, obviously, you have to have 21 Savage. Like, it kind of looks bad on his character to be like, hey, we're going to make it look like you cheated in cards.
That's a good point, actually, because then would he accept to even do that?
Yeah, because it makes him look like a massive piece of shit.
Yeah, it makes him look like a fucking.
And like Drake was apparently commenting on the stream or something. And like, I just don't know. Like as a rapper, I feel like you wouldn't be like, oh, that's a fine joke to play. Like even like the amounts of money they're betting, I really don't think they're playing with like $500,000 just on 2K games. That just doesn't seem.
Really?
I just feel like they probably do play for money, but I think there might be a discussion before where they're like, let's fluff up the numbers so.
Well, it's kind of like the Drake shit, because like Drake always posts with his stake thing. He's like, man, I put $2 million on Israel Adesanya. It's like, no, you didn't. That's someone else's money. That's Stake's money or whatever.
Don't get me wrong. Drake probably has the money to do that.
Oh, he's
but like Stake is saying like, okay, it's the same thing if you go into a casino as a millionaire. The casino will give you $1 million. They'll spot you $1 million as long as you gamble your $1 million as well.
Yeah.
So they're like, if you come in with $1 million, we'll match you.
Yeah.
Like Tom Segura talked about on one of his podcasts, being like, he got a I forget what it's called. There's a name for it when a casino fronts you cash. They're like, we'll give you $60K. Just show up at our casino. We'll give you $60K. Yeah.
Yeah, comps.
But like not like, oh, got a
free room and shit.
There's another room for the money.
Yeah. Like Stake. Isn't it like bankrolling you?
Bankroll. Maybe is that? Yeah, that sounds right.
But I think if you're giving someone money to gamble with, I think it's called a stake. Or
I don't know. There's a term. There's a term.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyways, and so yeah, I just think, I don't know. I think when you really look at it, it's a little performative. Where it's like, it would be fucking genius to do that.
Because Aiden is also a little shit like that.
Yeah.
Like Aiden would be like Aiden's that, you know, he's that type of kid that's like, man, you know, what can we do to get fucking views on Twitch or Kick or whatever the fuck? Like, okay, let's fucking come up with this like big game. Like he's a little shit like that, and wouldn't put it past him. But you make a good point about like 21 would have to agree to the joke, and it's
his character.
It's his, and I mean 21. You know, if you're a rapper rapping about fucking killing people and fucking bitches, like maybe he doesn't care,
and scamming people, like.
but rap, I feel like rap music is almost like ironic. Like 21's probably never killed anybody.
Yeah,
but he raps about killing people,
being in the hood. He's like a British dude.
He's British dude. He's whatever. Right? Like, but rap is almost ironic. Same thing with Drake. Like Drake's never killed anybody, but he talks about fucking spinning the block, which means shooting up doing a drive-by for you. Yeah. And you know, it's like he's never done that.
Yeah, very performative. Same
performative.
Idea.
It's kind of tongue in cheek where you're like, oh, we're living in this world for a little bit. We're listening to this for fun.
This is what the people like. Rap people like.
That stream is almost like reality TV, where it's like you really got to do this for a sec. Like you really got to actually.
You're live. You have to like.
Well, you're like like you're not rapping about stealing money. You're legit doing it on camera, and
In
people
front
are
of
like,
people.
"Dude, you just stole that money."
Yeah,
you're an asshole.
scamming him out of money.
If someone raps like whatever, people are like, "He didn't really do that." It's like whatever, and it's known. But if you do it live on Twitch and it's seeming real, you got to really. So you make a good point. Like maybe it I don't know. Like
and like that's another point with him. I think fluffing the numbers. And don't get me wrong, these streamers are multi-millionaires for sure, and they probably do have the money to do this. But like. They do the thing that you talked about where like they're so nonchalant about it. Like the whole shit happened and he's like, yeah, just give me my $250K and like I'll buy your team some Teslas or something. Just like a crazy transaction on like whatever.
Yeah, clearly they're not like if I was a billionaire and I was betting that type of money, I'd be like, whoa.
If you have $100 million in the bank, $250K is still
massive.
That's still a significant amount of money.
Massive.
And to be like, yeah, but whatever. It's no big deal.
So clearly they're not actually emotionally invested because it's maybe a bit.
And does 21 Savage have hundreds of millions in the bank?
No, there's no way.
He's probably got
10,
20 million.
10, 20 million.
Where 250 grand
is fucking massive.
If you do that in one night, if you do that for fucking whatever, 30 nights out of the year, you're fucking spending a lot of money. A lot of your net worth.
Yeah.
You're buying a house, like
of just cold hard cash.
On cash.
You're not writing that off as a fucking donation.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust it, but you make a good point about like, okay, then 21 would have to be accepting of that as a joke. So I don't know. Also, 21, I mean, maybe seems like a dirtbag. I don't know.
That's the thing. It's like he kind of gives off the I don't know, the feeling that he could do something like that. Like he probably sees like Aiden Ross, like little white kid, he's like, he's not going to know. He doesn't know fucking what actually happens, how people get scammed.
That is so hilarious though. Like I actually kind of want it to be real though.
I would love if it was real. That would make me so happy.
To happen to Aiden Ross, like just this like, dude, like you see how he talks on like stream. He's like, yo, fam, like chat, fam,
yeah. Bro. It's it's all good, bro.
Yo,
it's all good, bro.
Like he's like he's like, yo, fam, like he's talking like all rapper now and shit. And I'm
especially when he gets a rapper near him, or like,
and I'm like, this is what you get. I'm like, I hope you get fucking turned out by these guys by trying to fucking be like that.
You're trying too hard to be.
He's trying to be black. He's trying
to be
all,
hood. Yeah, it's like
ever since that Tory Lanez had that viral freestyle on his fucking thing.
Yeah,
now he's just fucking. Dude, remember seeing videos of him eating his toenails on stream?
And
like it's just like this guy's a fucking weirdo.
Like he's had a few rappers on his streams and whatever, and he's obviously huge.
Yeah.
And like the clips of him, like with a do-rag on, like in front of the rappers, like obviously they're in on the joke and like they get in there and they know like what the fuck's happening, but like you don't think one of them would be like, you're making yourself look like a fucking idiot and you're making me look dumb by doing that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm so
like
tired of this.
They're in such a silly like.
I'm so tired of the white guy with. I'm so tired of like the white guy being like, oh, like
I'm with black people. Let me act black.
Like I'm so tired of that bit.
Yeah.
I'm so and like, or just like the token white guy being like, isn't it funny how I'm with someone who's different than me?
Yeah.
It's over. Like we've been seeing that like and they always play it up like. I'm just like, fuck, man.
Like he almost says the N-word and it's like this whole scene. It's like this is so corny. And it's the fact you do it in front of a camera and like trying to make a joke out of it is like more corny.
Yeah. But I mean, it's also for like young teenagers who haven't experienced, like who haven't lived.
It's people that are just like Aiden Ross.
Yeah. And so they're like, this is new to me.
Yeah. I've never seen a black person before. Like,
but we've been seeing this in comedy movies since the fucking 90s.
Yeah.
You know, like fucking since White Men Can't Jump. It's like, okay, the white guy who can do a black thing for a fucking hour is like, oh, we get it now.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Aiden Ross puts a do-rag on and he's like, look at me. It's like, dude, you're fucking, you're making a joke out of like fucking these guys in front of you.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, well, I guess
they have to be in the bit because they're in front of a camera.
Yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if I was a black person, like, and they're like, you got to hang out with Aiden Ross because he has 100 million viewers on Twitch and he's going to
promote your album or whatever the fuck you're doing.
Yeah. And he's going to talk like with an accent like you do. I'd just be like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't believe I have to put up with this little Jew.
So lame.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the TikTok CEO back in U.S. Congress getting asked, like, dude, every time I see clips of this shit, of like U.S. senators and congressmen asking like tech people questions. I'm like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
So, you said today, as you often say, that you live in Singapore. Of what nation are you a citizen?
Singapore.
Are you a citizen of any other nation?
No, Senator.
Have you ever applied for Chinese citizenship?
Senator, I served my nation
I'm
in
asking-
Singapore. No, I did not.
Do you have a Singaporean passport?
Yes, and I served my military for two and a half years in
Do you
Singapore.
have any other passports from any other nations?
No, Senator.
Your wife is an American citizen. Your children are American citizens.
That's
Have
correct.
Have you ever applied for American citizenship?
No, not yet.
Okay. Have you ever been a member of the Chinese Communist Party?
Senator, I'm Singaporean. No.
Have you ever been associated or affiliated with the Chinese Communist Party?
No, Senator. Again, I'm Singaporean.
He just wants to call him a Chinaman so bad.
Yeah, like these congressional hearings or whatever they're fucking doing. It's just like I don't even know. I don't even know what they plan to get out of these. And what's crazy is like these hearings are so one-sided. Like the TikTok guy can't go back and be like, that's a stupid question. Like he can't say anything like that. Like he's in hearing, so he has to be like professional.
Yeah.
And these guys just get to beat down on him.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
I want one of these guys to fucking give it back to him one time.
I think maybe because we talked about this before when they did the first hearings, they should have to. You have to be on both sides. As
Yeah.
a congressman, then the TikTok guy gets to ask you questions, being like, "What do you even know about the app?
Yeah.
Do you know how any of it functions?"
Dude.
And be like, where were
He's
you
like-
born?"
He's like, where do you live? Singapore.
Yeah.
You ever been to China? No, I live in Singapore. Okay, you ever been in the Chinese Communist Party? No, I live in Singapore. Why are your eyes so closed? Like, what the fuck?
Why do you look Chinese?
Why you're saying you're Singaporean, but I'm looking at a Chinaman? What are you talking about?
Tell me how that makes sense.
He does. Oh, where are you from?
Maybe you're not understanding what I'm saying. I'll speak like you. Jesus Christ, man, you can't do that.
he's like, dude, I was born in San Diego. Like,
Yeah.
dude, that's actually fuck. Dude, the Wii music behind this is also racially
Yeah, I was gonna say
motivated.
I started giggling at the
The Wii music. The Wii music, 100% racially motivated.
Yeah,
Yeah, these dudes are fucking out of their mind.
yeah.
Like, but I don't know why he can't give it back to him.
Because you're in like it's almost like you're in court and like,
But for
and
what?
you're
Like-
on the stand and like someone's questioning you. You're not allowed to go back and be like, well, what do you know? Like when you're on the stand, someone asks you questions, you have to answer them. Like he can't just be like, where were you born? Like you look like you're communist. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I know, but why can't after the fourth China question he be like, dude, like why can't he be like, yo, shut up, like stop it?
You're like, this is stupid.
Yeah, like why can't he do that?
Yeah, I think he should.
I know, because if you piss them off, they're gonna ban your app or whatever, and you gotta like please
Yeah.
them. But like, do you not have like TikTok's the biggest app? Do you not have enough of power at this point to be like, like what's the Iron Man scene where he just fucking he says this big thing about
Yeah.
and then he just does the peace sign and puts his glasses up. I
Yeah.
would love to see that in
Yeah.
real fucking life.
Yeah, that's they should be allowed to do that.
They should be allowed to do that. You from China? No. You ever been to China? No.
Did you serve in the Korean War? No, I'm Singaporean.
Who made your suit? Someone in China. I fucking knew it.
You communist bastard.
You fucking Chinaman.
Get out of my country. That's all he wants to do.
Yeah. And dude, the crazy thing is like how these guys think they like eat it up. Like they think they're like
They
eating
think they
right now.
fucking. I killed him.
Yeah.
I killed him on that stand.
He's like, you see how he started
he started speaking American.
Yeah. He's like, I knew you was from China. So look at this one with the Snapchat CEO.
Yeah.
And the Snapchat CEO is white
Mr. Spiegel.
already.
Dude, okay, just before we get into it, this guy is 105 years old,
Yeah.
and he's talking about the the logistics of having Snapchat in America or whatever. What doesn't make it right? this guy does it. He's the wrong guy for this.
Yeah, I'm pushing 28, and even me, I'm like, people are like, Snapchat, you can like have a show on like the news. I'm like, what the fuck? I send dick pics on that bitch, and that's it. That's all I fucking
all
do.
it's good for.
I don't know anything about like how the algorithm. There's a whole algorithm with Snapchat with like the news feed. I'm like,
There's a For You page.
I don't touch that bitch.
No.
I don't. If you swipe to the right side of Snapchat and use like the news feed of shit, I like fucking. It's just the most clickbaity news on Snapchat too.
Yeah.
It's just like Bryce Hall cuts off his head live on stream. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And this guy is asking this motherfucker about Snapchat.
I see you hiding down there.
Thought he ate.
What does yada, yada, yada mean?
And he thinks he killed him right there.
He thinks he's about to hit it out of the fucking park.
You're going into hearing. You're 105 years old. You're like, I gotta hit this fucking Snapchat guy with something good.
Yeah.
And he's probably asked his fucking great granddaughter, like, give me a Snapchat slang. And she's like, yada yada yada. Yada yada yada.
Yeah. And you know, last night he was like getting into bed with his wife, like taking his fucking dentures out, and he's like, I'm gonna ask that boy what yada 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 means. And his wife's like, you go and do it now.
You get him, Cleater.
You get him, Cleater. They haven't heard about the yada yada yada. They don't do it like we did.
Look at his little fucking smirk.
I'm not familiar with the term, Senator.
Very uncool. Can we agree that what you do, not what you say, what you do is what you believe and everything else is just cottage cheese?
What are you saying?
Can we agree? I think I got it. Can we agree that what you do, not what you say, and then what you do
is what you are,
is what you are,
and everything else is cottage
cheese.
Meaning everything else is baloney. Not what you say, it's what you do. You are a representation of your actions, and everything else is cottage cheese.
Now, a normal person would say, you are a representation of what you do. Everything else doesn't matter. But he said, he's everything's cottage cheese.
He's 174.
He said cottage cheese in the Congress.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I would love for this guy to, like, he has to play along with this because he's at a hearing, like
at a serious thing.
And so he's got to be like, oh, sorry, Senator, I'm unfamiliar. Please
expand on the subject.
Whatever. I would love for him to be like, you fat retard. Like, why can't he do that?
Yeah.
Yes, Senator.
You agree with that? Speak up. Don't be shy.
I thought he killed him there.
What I love,
murdered him there.
What I love, he's like, because it's like an older guy at work, kind of showing his alpha because he's got senior, and so he's like, come on, say it with your chest,
Come on, boy.
And like the way he doesn't say anything and just smiles because he knows he doesn't have to. He's just like, speak up, and he's like I'm not. No.
See, imagine if he stood up right here and just looked around and said, is anyone seeing this fucking idiot?
This guy's 1 billion years old asking me if everything's cottage cheese.
Everyone would be on this guy's side.
Yeah. Everybody in the crowd's thinking the same thing. Like, what the fuck did he just ask him?
And I don't even know what Snapchat, like, what was being held there for, whatever.
Well, it's just like Zuckerberg was on there too. Like it was all the CEOs of all the platforms.
Hey? It was a fucking.
And what's fucking crazy, I don't know if you can pull up the Zuckerberg one or if it's worth pulling it up. But apparently because kids got bullied on Facebook, that eventually led to them killing themselves. They're trying to hold Facebook accountable of like, whatever. They're trying to say, how are you protecting the kids? Is it for the kids? Blah, blah, blah. And now, I don't know if you've ever, like, Elon Musk wasn't here, and he's the CEO or whatever, owner of Twitter, X. I don't know if you've ever been on Twitter, but there's some fucked up shit on there.
Yeah.
And you can be under 18 and get on that bitch, no problem.
I think they just look at Twitter as like the Wild West.
Yeah.
Like we can't even tame that
Like,
bitch.
it's crazy that Twitter's not being brought into this, or X isn't being brought into this, because that is the most offside, outrageous shit on the planet.
Yeah, if you're getting bullied on Facebook, you got other problems. Why are you on Facebook?
Yeah. I don't know. It's these people that blame these like figureheads of social media for like their own problems.
I know, like
it's the whatever. Internet's bad. There's fucking people that do bad shit on the internet. Sure. But it's like you also need to be accountable for yourself and like the things you take in and the things you take serious.
Like, that's the thing. I want to see Mark Zuckerberg say, bro, I made the app. Your kids are dumb.
Yeah. Your kids, as a parent, you shouldn't let them on the app.
Don't let them on that bitch then. Don't get them phones. Don't succumb to everything. And then don't put a stick in the wheel of your bike, fall down, and then be like, who gave me this fucking bike?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and so whatever, this is going on, but it's like you don't have, you're not grilling the CEO of like fucking a major like whiskey producer being like, how come you're killing all these people?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, we just made a product.
Yeah, you use it for whatever the fuck you want to do.
You can drink it, or you fucking mix it, or you can go on Facebook.
And it's only happening because this shit's new. Like, it's new tech, it's new social media, it's new. Whiskey's been around. Whiskey's fucking whatever.
It was outlawed, like alcohol was fucking.
Whatever hearings would have happened about whiskey, they've already happened.
Yeah.
Right, or whatever. And whatever, but social media is still this thing where like the old senators are like,
they don't get it.
They're like, this is something we can blame.
Yeah.
They go, well, and it all comes down to like money too. They're like, look at this guy making billions of dollars, and we're like we can shut him down, and then fucking these guys would be so quick if someone gave them an opportunity to do this and make money off another social media app. They would be like, yeah, I'll invest. Mm-hmm. But it's like they see it as like cutting out someone else who's making money. And again, I'm not defending these. Like, Zuckerberg's fucking evil. Fucking most of these fucking CEOs are evil too. Everyone in these rooms is evil.
Yeah,
they're all fucking psychos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's evil all over the place.
Yeah. They're all fucking weirdos. But I don't know. I just want to see, for once, I just want to see somebody be like, dude, eat a dick.
No, they have to, because it's so unfair, these settings, and I'm not saying they deserve all the benefit of the doubt, but like, it's so unfair sitting them in that position, and just like, you got all the fucking trigger words and headlines, and you can just rain down on these guys, and they have to go, Senator, yes, Senator, this is Senator, of course.
Well, do you remember when they were asking, I think it was either Mark Zuckerberg or someone, they were like, about Finstas?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Fake Instagram pages?
Yeah.
And Mark Zuckerberg's like, I don't know what that is. Mm-hmm. And he's like, and he's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
And it's like, people are, I don't know what the questioning was. It was like people are making Finsta's accounts, and then it's like maybe like
posing as someone else, or
burner
whatever.
accounts or some shit. I don't fucking know. And Mark's like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah. How do we police
What
that?
am I supposed to say to that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a wrap.
Wrap it up.
Gang, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of the Big Brain Boys. A little in-person pod for you. Remotes will come next week. Again, same thing. This will come out on Tuesday because I think we're going to try to stick to every Monday, but just with Nashville last weekend, how we could record this week, it'll might be one day pushback, but weekly pods are fucking back. We're cooking on them, eh?
It's happening. The clips are coming out.
Yep. I'm loving it. Thank you all so much for the support. We appreciate you guys. Remember, if you want us to submit some questions or topics or bad advice that you need, send it into the social media at the Big Brain Boys or any of mine or Patsy's. And follow and download the audio on Apple, Spotify, Google, wherever else you get them. Subscribe to the YouTube, please. We appreciate y'all. And fucking we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.